of these other 7 names to release. So we are going into a election with the Prime Minister himself, right, whose statutory declaration cannot be verified. The Prime Minister take $34,000 US from a charity. That's a fraud in my belief, because a charity money is not your personal money. His name should not be on the ballot. Nor if the next 7 names can call the present 48 behind the Prime Minister, name should not be on the ballot, because we don't know who are these 7 persons who took taxpayers' money, illicit enrichment, right? We don't know. So that's why someone said him a battle for the mind. And battling for the mind, it meaning that you won't speak the truth. Can you imagine in an election here, and I saw a video that I can't believe it neither, Jay, but I have to believe, because this man have no moral, that the Prime Minister went to St. Mary and it alleged that him have one water truck up the road, connect the pipe to the water truck by hose, and then run it down to the community, turn on the pipe, and less than 1 minute before me reach up 3 o'clock at night community, where you name again, when go 3 o'clock at night, go wake up a little old lady, right? And by the time you reach up there, so the pipe them are taken up by the National Water Commission. I still want concrete evidence, right? I have to believe it, because I know that this Prime Minister have no morals. He have not even a bone of integrity in his body from the beginning of his political career to the end. So, comrade, let us keep focus. You will hear them coming out about Peter Bunting and who fight the seat. Lie. You have seen one left from we are Clarendon and go over Desmond Mackenzie, but make a video and say a Mark Wolin constituency. Lie. They are so lie that you cannot believe nothing what this Prime Minister said. I go yield to the floor till somebody else come, because I still have the Cuban matter to talk about.
All right, Mr. Cole, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Charmaine, what go on? Hello, Charmaine. 777, what go on? Star.
Yes, morning, my brother. Morning to everybody on the For You page. Morning, everybody on the platform. Good morning, brother Jay. Boy, the weekend, boy. Jay, the weekend, man. The weekend, Jay. We need to cut out the weekend, you know, man, and make it all day in the week, you know, man. Man. Jay, I'm telling you this, you know, Jay. I'm a bit kind of flat-footed right now. The main reason why I'm a bit kind of flat-footed right now, I'm a bit kind of concerned. How can is it that the Prime Minister mind is so as him is right now? For I can't understand. How can is it that he's a person that cannot remember things that he said today and go tomorrow, and him can't explain the same thing that him said yesterday? There is a problem with our Prime Minister, you know. Seriously, you know. And not only that, you know, Mr. Anchor Fish, I need for him to leave this thing alone with FinSac. For him still don't understand. As a former journalist, and I think that he still have the journalist thing in his head. Anchor, if you know so much about the FinSac, why don't you tell them to release the report? Anchor, since you want to talk so much about FinSac, all I am asking, tell Mr. Andrew HOLNESS, let the press get a read of the FinSac report. For I am telling you this, if they do something like that, Jamaica eyes will be open and they will be ashamed. They will surely be ashamed. That's why they are trying to spin the narrative and trying to go in around and tell lies, for they are pathologically mendacious. I remember a former lawyer for them, you know, tell them, you know, something is in them head eating out. You understand? Mr. Vegas, boy oh boy, Jay, I tell you, that brother there, I don't know where he's going, you know. But he's trying his best very hard. For he was trying to be a counselor, you know. And he did not gain that, so he's trying harder. You understand? He's trying very hard. And I can tell you this, Mr. Vegas, I think that you have made a bad decision. You have made a bad choice. You should have kept your career. Keep your DJ career. For you are going to be disgraced. You are going to fall, Mr. Vegas. You're going up a slippery road. You're going up a road that I think that is not for you. And knowing that what happened to you and your baby mother kind of chip your head, you know. So I think that you need to go to Bellevue, go find yourself some pill, you know. I think it's that what happened, you know. I think that is what riding your same way. Mr. Vegas, I'm telling you this. You can't diss my party leader. You can't diss Dayton Campbell. You can't diss nobody in the organization of the People's National Party. For one, Mr. Vegas, take a glass and look into that glass and look at yourself before you come out and try to discriminate someone. I'm telling you this. And remember Jamaica Labour Party. The younger people's eyes have been opened and the younger people have waken up. The younger people have now realized that the People's National Party is the true party for Jamaica. The younger people have now gained and understand that the Jamaica Labour Party, turmoil Jamaica, they bring guns and ammunition and destroy Jamaica in the 80s. They make our dollar what it is today. You understand? Underneath the Siaga administration, they make the Cuban doctor leave here in the 80s. And I think the same thing is going around right now. And I'm asking young people, and I'm asking the undecided, just open the eyes and look. Make the right choice. Don't make it wrong. You understand? For if this man ever gain back power for this country, if the Jamaica Labour Party ever win, I'm telling you, we will be shame. We will be feeling it. Not only PMP, no. Not only PMP. But I'm sorry if him win. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say I wish that the Labour them could have feel it more than the PMP. I wish that a way could have come and make them get squeezed. For I'm telling you right now, our friends that are Labour right and they're talking out. And they are saying, this man as a prime minister must move right now. You understand? For he does not understand how to run a country. He does not understand the economics. The only thing he cares about is for himself and his friends them alone, not the poorer class. So the younger youths them are waking up. And my Abraham Traore is the one for the answer. And he's the one that is going to make us proud. Dre, I yield the floor.
All right, Triple Star, big up yourself, sir. Blessings every time. Blessings. Let me see who Penny led. Penny. I don't know what is keeping this government from calling the election. I just don't know. Good afternoon, Penny. Wagwan. Hello? Penny led, good afternoon.
As Penny is coming in Jay, as I see that accident that occurred Saturday night, Sunday morning, Jay, I see the Americans, them keep on giving us warning about our health. And they keep on warning their citizens, and the Minister of Health keep on saying and bragging about the country's alright and the country's that. And I keep on telling people over and over. I took my child to Children's Hospital, Jay, and I can tell you this. I have to be the one going out and buying medication. I have to be the one that go out and get certain things for my daughter. But then, and I feel the pain and I know what they're going through. Do you understand? So when they're coming out and tell them lies, tell them that we have receipt for it. We have things that we can prove. So it's not just word of mouth to say that we are just go talking. So I'm glad for your platform, Jay. I'm glad for other platform that open our eyes. I'm glad for social media. For if it wasn't for social media, when the Prime Minister come out and tell us all his lies and his trickery, you understand? We would have been in the dark. So I'm glad for you guys, and I'm glad for social media, and I'm glad for technology. So I'm thankful for every single little thing, Jay.
All right, my brother. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. At your point?
Yes, Jay.
Yes,
So,
go ahead.
we see where the U.S. Secretary of State came here, right? And before that, we didn't hear that the Cuban doctor contract them was coming to an end. We don't hear that. But the American come and say, look here, this is my belief, this is my view. Mr. Prime Minister, you see them name here? Who we have interest in your party with. So hear me now, the Cuban them have to go. And he call Mr. Spin Doctor and say, come tell the people them something, you know. So he come up with both them contract expired. Lie. Totally lie, Dre. Why you never talk from last month? Say the Cuban doctor them contract are come to an end. The secretary came here the 27th and the 28th you break that news. All I know, you don't tell the people of Jamaica where is the replacement doctor coming from. Can they do eye surgery as good as the Cuban? Are you willing to blind 20 Jamaican a day, 5,000 a year, with some young doctor from Philippines, with some young doctors from over Nigeria, some young doctors from India? We have no experience. Are that worth it? That we are going to end up with nearly 5,000 people a year blind for a simple cataract surgery? And I said to you people from last year that Andrew Holness cannot call no election. Tell a book up a Belmont Road every time they meet. Tufton tell him plain. Call the election, lose it, and make the party rebuild. He said to have no election pan in mind. So I do my research, Jay. If the 3rd of September come and he don't call it, 12 midnight, the Governor General have to dissolve the Parliament because the Parliament coming like a tin of milk. It expired. And the Governor General will have to announce the election. Because he can't find no way out. And if we have a natural disaster, then he get 3 months. The only thing can save him, unless Jamaica enter into a war like Ukraine, and we don't see who we are going to enter in a war. So just be patient. We survived 9 years, and 2 months we will survive the next 5 months. We'll leave our headway. Right? So, thanks for your program. Thanks for all of you know. Sometimes, you know, everybody not feel good sometimes. Sometimes it feel weak. Sometimes it feel strong. But that's how you go. I work hard for it. Right? So, please love my brother.
All right, Mr. Cole, big up yourself, sir. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Boy, I just one of those things. Let me hear what Howard and Sydney have to say. Howard, what go on?
That's what may I tell you. Good afternoon, comrades. You know, in terms of the chairmanship for the Caribbean, it don't have anything to do with the individual. It have to do with country. And every 6 months, they rotate the leadership of CARICOM. So whether Andrew last year did, Mark Golding takes over. So the chairmanship don't have anything to do with individual, but the country itself. That is how CARICOM chairperson. So, pertaining to the election, I supported Dr. Cole right? Our system is clear, right? And what I would have wanted the comrade leader to do to have a fixed election date, take Andrew's own plan, and the only plan that would have liked to really to take from him that he never implemented, because this guessing and spelling business, it creates panic, it creates anxiety, and a lot of business people don't really want to come in a climate with uncertainty, right? Because when you have an election and you don't know when it is going to call and you are waiting when it best suits you, it can easily turn out into what you don't really want it to, right? Because the labor rights, based on what we are seeing, they don't have any intention. Desmond McKenzie talk out their mouth. They will never surrender power to the PNP. So they are busy. When we say busy like bees, planning to steal the election. Bogus ID, have ink in a bottle ready to go and force people who don't want to take the money. Have intention, have reliably informed that they are going to force people to dig them in, them hand in the ink from overnight. Right? Them thief up enough money and them have it. Right? But I don't think it is going to work this time. And on top of that, they are planning to use the police and gunmen as a form of intimidatory tactics. Right? The police is going to script up the young men them on the grounds that they are wanted for persons of interest and drive fear in them. That is what the government is planning to do. Right? And on top of that, they are planning to use gunmen to overrun the division, the polling division. So be warned, comrades, we have to be extremely careful how to be able to navigate, because we know them plans and the security forces is behind them, and I hope that good sense prevail. But what we have that they don't have, we want to have a fair and transparent election. And we are not going to sit by and watch the Labour right steal the election of the will of the people when they have been spoken. So, a warning to the Labour right. All of no chicken and no thieving plans want to have up, it have a backfire. Let good sense prevail. Allow the will of democracy to take place and allow people to exercise their franchise. Right? That is the work of the Prime Minister, because March done today, and the puppet, Dr. Wayne Henry, said even though we lost 2 consecutive quarters, we are not in a recession and we expect it to grow by the first quarter. And Jay, from the start of the year, we have not seen no growth. We have seen decline on top of decline and on top of decline. Remittance down from the start of the year. Right? The winter tourist arrival, it is still down, and we are coming close to the end of the winter season. The country is heading in the wrong direction. The $1,000 when put up a minimum wage, it becomes a mockery. And because of our housing plan that the comrade leader put forward, and it resonates, so that is why you see they are spending. And what people don't understand, Dre, why the rent to own is resonating. Even though the Prime Minister put the threshold at 9 million. For you to qualify for 9 million, Dre, you have to be earning over $150,000 per month. You hear what I say to you? So what it tells you is that the ordinary persons who are earning $16,000 a week or $15,000 a week, they only can get $4 million. And that is the problem with the government. They are not communicating, then put them in the sand and then bury it, and then now listen to the cries on the ground of the people. Listen how the rent to own now. It is simple. Instead of build a sprawling community where everybody have individual house, you don't do that. You build project type housing, similar like what the inner city housing you bring up, right? And you have to go high rise to maintain cost. And the houses will be owned by the Ministry of Housing. We have done it before. And when you do that now and you have structured housing development, it is better for the police. Instead, they have a sprawling community with everybody have zinc fence and lane and trenches. That some of those places are difficult to police, difficult to provide infrastructure. For example, a fire. But because the road not wide enough or the track not wide enough, the fire truck have to stay from a mile. They have to just stand up and allow the house to burn. But when you have structured development in a proper area and you put in the basic infrastructure, the rent to own will work. When you talk about the young people plan in terms of the 500,000 payment, labor rights are running with it. It is not money given away. It will be added to your mortgage, so it will be recovered. Right? And how are we going to do it? Remember now, the government take out of the NHD. The government have a duty to pay back the NHD. And how they are going to repay them? They are going to repay them with lands. Instead of taking those lands and building house by the Prime Minister company, right? Under Norman Brown, we are going to build affordable house. So the government is going to repay back the NHD. Not with cash, because the money is just not there. With lands. 60% of our lands owned by the government. So some of those lands will be paid through barter system through the NHD. So by doing that now, you can be able to own affordable housing because you're going to take out the costing of lands out of it. Right? And when you look at that, it is a brilliant idea. Because on top of that, you will start the bleeding from the NHD, the 11.4 billion that is taken out every year. Right? That money will be there now, so we can be able to shore up finance in terms of construction, because the truth of the matter is we are way behind in terms of the housing stock. We have 30 to 40,000 per year in terms of the delivery. And what we are seeing right now is the iron market, it has been oversubscribed, because guess what? Juliet HOLNESS and the Prime Minister, they are in competition who can build iron housing. So you have an oversupply. So by doing that now, they starve the housing trust of the necessary resources by taking out those funds and pump it into the budget, right? So what happened now? All of them 36 million and then 26 million and 30 million, that market has reached its peak right now. That market has reached its peak right now, right? Because the truth of the matter is, some of those condominium, those who are making them, not living in them, they rather have their single family units sprawl out on how much in hectares or acres. So it must cater to civil servant and the upper income. And that has reached its peak. So the demand right now, and to try to show you that it is attainable. Look when the Prime Minister used the people in land drain and I build inner city house and I build the so-called social housing. Look how the house is nice. How much for the 2 bedroom then? 6 million, 7 million, 5 million. It all depends. And at your land. So why can't you do that on government lands and make it affordable, and it will be more cheaper? Because you'll be more quadruple the structure like Greater Portmore. So instead of building 4 separate 1 bedroom, you put it in quad. And quad means 4 comrades. So you save in terms of size, you save in terms of land space and so forth. And by that way, you know, you're able to reduce cost. And you can be able to provide affordable housing. But the government is not into that. So it is attainable. And that is the plan right now which is resonating. And I implore the PMP to market it some more, because it is resonating with people, both old and young and everybody. And those are the plans of the PMP. And like when I'm running the 1.5 in 2016, the housing plan, a full mantra. And I'm going to encourage the party hierarchy to ramp up campaigning around the rent to own and the young people housing project. And I think that is what will take us across the line, along with continue to beat the economic mismanagement in terms of hardship and how they control everything. And everything what we have said, Dre, it has borne out. When we talk about the politician, them get the license for bringing the onion and the carrot and kill the local farmer. We have heard evidence of it in St. Thomas. We have seen the reflect of it in the St. Elizabeth, the bread basket. They are killing agriculture at their own expense for political greed. I yield the floor for now and allow Uncle Sidney to come in, for me don't want him beat me. Uncle Sidney?
Yes, man. Me there, man. Me there, man. Me there. Yes, man. Good talk you make, man. Straight good talk. Yeah, man. I mean, I said, oh, Sergey, it's man me that drive. And me hear, but me couldn't talk, but me not listen to the water thing was going on with the Prime Minister. They couldn't make the man reach out at the crossroad, turn for the main before they can take up the pipe. You hear me, Sergey? Yeah, teach me not hear no sound.
Everybody are here, man.
Yeah, man. So me I say, so me I say no, Uncle Howard. Me I say to myself, say no. And also, one brother tell me, say, I want water truck them park for one hill and run the water what I are going there. So, you know, want the water run out. And try to look like a true, like a water truck with you. Because when them a put out pipe and we know, and then turn on the pipe there, water leak your way, you know. If you go under it, I go side of it, can come like a one hydrant when we know people run water come in a community. And so the water turn on hard, you know. No little half-inch pipe, no little 1-inch pipe, no care water when you run water. Come in a place and show water, say water turn on. And the little sit one me turn on with the little pipe, me say, I take up the abandoned business that. And me call me two cousins and tell me, say, boy, some people have water and some no have said we and the Prime Minister lie about everybody go and get water in them bathroom and their house, you know. Eh? So it look like, say, the big old bundle the business go on, man. Eh? You say the people say, them man not even rich for the main and then cut the up a little. All right. If that went genuine, you could make it sit and stay for even one day, make you know water come catch the water outside because you come in with it and say, all right, then Prime Minister come show and you have the pan show and say water. Make anybody come catch a little water there so what want, you want to leave near and want a little water there. So what make you have to take up your back so fast? Eh? That means there's something wrong. This government and president are corrupt and wicked people then. But the house now, Howard, that is a that kill them, you know. The housing program there and the children in school. Food. That kill them. Because one thing you forgot,